Welcome to our third CSS lesson. Today we are about to learn how to apply text size and family. Now let's get started. Applying text size. Remember in inline, internal and external CSS, they use CSS properties to specify which part to change while the value is to specify what to change to. The property we will be using today is font size. This controls on how big our text wants to be. For our font size value, we should provide a number with a unit behind it. The common units in CSS are centimeters, millimeters, inch, pixels and more. The most recommended unit is pixel. Below is an example. Applying text family. Text family are texts that have different design of their own. The property to apply this font family. For its value, you put the text family name. W3 Schools does provide most of the font family. Below is an example of using the font family in CSS. Also, that's something that you should note down: if your font family's value have a space, just replace it with a dash. Importing text family from Google Fonts. There are actually limited default font families installed in CSS. Fortunately, we can install new font families from Google Fonts. To install them, go to Google Fonts and select the styles you want. On the right-hand side, select the option Import and copy the link inside it. Then, make something like the code below and replace the link with the link you copied from Google Fonts. Add the code above and now you can give your font family a value of your font family name. It is recommended to follow the font family's value Google Fonts code. Below is an example. In our example, you will see that we installed two new font family. You will see that our second paragraph elements have two font family, separate by a comma. This will be another topic we will go through. Also remember that, when you want to select a new font family in Google Fonts, you must first remove all the fonts you have there until it says you must select a font and get started. Degrading fonts. Not all font families are supported in font family. When a font family is not supported, it will display the default HTML font family instead of the font family you specify. There's no way to make one browser support that font family, but you can degrade it. That means you will ask the browser to display another font family if the first font family is not supported. Just add a comma after your first font family, then add the other font family you want to degrade to. Below is an example. Can we add many CSS properties into an element? The answer is yes. If you remember our previous lesson, in CSS, multiple properties can be added. You will see this example below. The first part is the internal CSS, which they give all paragraph elements a font size of 0.5 centimeters and a font family of Arial. Notice that both of the properties are applied onto the paragraph element. The second part is our inline CSS, and there are 3 properties and all of them apply into it. So the answer is yes, we can apply multiple properties. What is the property to define text size? The property is font size. You will see that the second and fourth option is font size, but the one of them replaces space as a dash. Remember that spaces in CSS properties have to be replaced by a dash, so the correct answer is the second option. What is the property to define text family? Similar to the previous question, the property we should use is font family. The property space must also be replaced by a dash. The correct option is the second option. Create text and apply them text size and family. First of all, we create a style element, and this is how we start inline CSS. Next, we create a paragraph selector. For its declaration, we will add the font size and font family property and assign the value given in the instruction. After that, I will create a paragraph element with a random text. You will see that our paragraph have been styled because we style it in our internal CSS. Lastly, create a heading to paragraph with a random text. This time we will use inline CSS to style it. Added a style attribute and give them the font size and font family attribute and specify them with 10 mm and sans serif. installing new font family from Google Fonts. First, we must search for the font Lobster, then copy the link provided for Lobster. Now we will first install this font by adding a link tag. There are 3 attributes required: rel, href and type. Rel stands for relation and we will give it the value of style sheet. We will then paste the link inside href. Inside type, we will specify it as text or CSS. Now we have successfully installed our Lobster font family. Next we will create a paragraph element with a random text. Now we are going to test our new font family by adding the style attribute to our paragraph element and give it a font family property with the Lobster value. Now it's successfully linked. This is the end of our video. We hope that you have enjoyed our video. Stay tuned as we are coming up with some more astonishing CSS.